Tonight, Ukrainian officials say ongoing shelling has struck another building used as a shelter in the besieged city of Mariupol today. After 4 weeks of fighting, Western intelligence believe troops are at a stalemate. Jason Gaidola brings us the latest.
Ukrainian authorities say for a second time this week a Russian airstrike flattened a shelter, roughly 400 people hiding inside an art school. While there's no confirmation on casualties, the attack comes after bombs destroyed a theater with reportedly 1,000 people in the basement. Survivors from Mariupol say they're left without a city, a home faced with constant bombardment and a threat of a Russian takeover.
We have to use any format, any chance in order to have a possibility of negotiating, possibility of talking to Putin. But if these attempts fail, that would mean that this is a third world war.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy continues his case of war crimes committed against his country. Ukraine says thousands of citizens have been killed, and the UN state millions have fled the country. Damage from air raids to homes and industrial structures have grown.
The war right now is stalemated. It's a war of attrition, and I don't know where it's going to go.
Retired official with Canada's Department of National Defence, Andrew Rasoulis, believes the fighting will continue even during negotiations. After 4 weeks of combat, a threat of advanced weapons looms. U.S. forces say the development of hypersonic missiles is in the works, following Russian claims to have used them on Ukraine.
It's a very sophisticated system, very almost impossible to shoot down. Very precise, and they hit exactly what they wanted to hit, a storage depot of weapons and equipment. And they're showing, the Russians are doing this gradually. They're showing the West, you guys are pumping in this stuff, but they always said, your stuff coming into Ukraine is a target.
NATO allies have refused a no-fly zone, but promise additional military equipment for Ukrainian forces.
But what I agree with is that sometimes in order to achieve peace, we have to have the willingness to use military power.
After meeting with China, U.S. President Joe Biden issued warnings over Russian aid. Western leaders are set for another round of meetings this week.
Very good friend of Ukraine, Joe Biden, the leader of the global world, who demonstrate now the leadership. Why don't he can visit Kiev next week as a symbol of our solidarity?
Today, the White House says the U.S. president has no plans to travel into Ukraine and is only there to meet with NATO officials in Brussels this week. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is scheduled to be there as well.